Hey friends, it's Friday. You know what that means. It means that I have a new choreography challenge for you. And this one's going to be an interesting one because it really is going to put together not only a lot of the poi transitions, but also dance moves that we've been playing with over the course of the past few weeks. So let's check that out. Drex here from DrexFactor.com, benefiting your body and brain with flow arts and poi spinning, and today I'm giving you a new choreography challenge to start putting pieces together. Before we dive in, I just want to give a quick shout out to the friends of the channel. Big thanks to Dark Monk, Flow Toys, Pyroterra Light Toys, LMF Props, Spinballs, and Ultrapoi for helping to make the videos on this channel possible. You can learn more about all of these awesome companies and the work that they're doing to support flow artists like yourself by checking out the links that I've got down in the description of this video. So fun fact, this is actually the first video of the week that I'm recording, the reason being that it has been threatening to rain all day, and this is the one video that I really need to be outside in order to shoot. So let's keep our fingers crossed that it doesn't start while I'm out here. Now, we've had an interesting week with the hybrids and the buzzsaw flowers and everything that we've been learning, and a couple of you might have picked up on the fact that those things can intersect in interesting ways, and that's going to be a lot of the purpose of the combo for today. Also, I just found this lovely little bit of footwork that I really loved towards the end, and that was part of the inspiration behind doing this. Honestly, I was kind of not stoked about putting together a combo this week, and then once I found that footwork, all of a sudden the pieces fell together for me. I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to give this to these people. So let's talk about the tricks that you need. For this week's combo, you're going to need to have your hybrid and your buzzsaw flowers under your belt, as well as being able to do shunei turns in split time, same direction. Probably going to want to have your stalls down as well as your pendulums, yeah? You can find a link to tutorials for each of these tricks down in the description of this video, and I'll go ahead and link to them up in the cards if you happen to be watching this on YouTube. I'm going to change things up a little bit this week and show you the combo at full speed to start with before I start telling you how to break it down and everything. Leave me feedback and let me know. Do you prefer seeing the combo before I start teaching it to you, or do you prefer to see it come together in the end? I'm dying to know. All right, so we're going to start off here by moving just slightly to stage left. The reason for this is that this combo moves a lot in both directions, but more to stage right, and you want to make sure that you've got plenty of room to move to, right? It's going to start off with this hybrid. That is the hybrid that we do with our arms in split time opposites and our poi in split time same direction, yeah? To get started on this, you can really just have your poi start in split time same direction and maybe shoot your left hand up and bring them together. Or you can start with both hands off to one side if that's easier for you. Doesn't really matter to me. You're going to do a total of 2 reps of this. It starts at the right side. You're going to go left, right once, and left, right a second time, yeah? Now, when you get back over to your right-hand side for the second time, we get our first transition of the combo. And this is a transition into that buzzsaw flower that we also played around with this week. This buzzsaw flower, basically, you know, the timing and direction of the poi is exactly the same. The only thing that does change is that your hands start moving in together same instead of in split time opposite. One of the reasons I gave you both of these tricks this week is because they kind of flow into each other like this. It's just a matter of kind of finding the seams between the two. If it helps, you can always take that hybrid and then hang out for like 3 beats before switching off into the buzzsaw flower slash fountain, yeah? Cool, so we're gonna do 1 and 2 reps of that fountain, and then we're gonna bring our hands back up top. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna switch into a windmill. I'm gonna do that by, when my left hand goes down, I'm going to pull it around behind my head, and that's going to initiate it. There's something that feels a little weird to me in doing this, in that there's kind of a moment when the right hand poi is kind of spinning in almost a buzzsaw plane right in front of your face and everything. I think there's probably a way to avoid that happening, but I'm kind of on the side of whatever feels right rather than looking for the fancier side of things. So yeah, when you have the left hand poi go down, you immediately reach it back behind your head, and that's what takes you into the windmill, yeah? You're only going to do one windmill, and as your left hand is coming around from it, you're going to use that to take a chaîné step around in split time same direction. You're going to have your arms extended straight out as you're doing that in extensions, yeah? It's not going to be a chaîné where we're kind of keeping our hands to our sides in like a hip reel or anything like that. It's going to be a full arm kind of deal that we do in order to get to the other side, yeah? So we take our windmill once, and we take the chaîné around, we do a windmill again, and we bring our right hand and then our left hand to stall right next to us, yeah? From here, things get a little bit interesting. I want you to have a moment where you kind of like look up and check to the camera. And as that happens, you're going to initiate a very, very complex set of footwork going off to stage right. I'm going to give you the poi before I give you the footwork. Okay, so this is what this series of moves looks like from a poi perspective. Starting with your hands over to the right, you're going to sweep both poi over to your left and then back over to your right. You'll note that as I'm doing this, I'm really doing it in such a way that like the poi are kind of staying in together same time as I sweep back and forth and everything. There's no need to make this any trickier, like to take it in split time or anything like that. I actually kind of prefer that it be in same time because we are going to need to do a stall next that's going to take us into split time opposites, and I think it's going to feel more appropriate coming from this place where we're just keeping our hands close together, yeah? Next, you're going to stall your left hand poi up and around to open up both arms, and as you do so, you're going to swing both of them past your hips as you turn around to face away from your audience, and you're going to swing them both back down and around, and this time as they come around, you're actually going to stall them. They're going to come up and around, and you're going to stall your left hand behind you and your right hand in front of you, and specifically, you're going to kind of keep your right hand in front of your throat / mouth as though you're like the shadow and you're kind of hiding your mouth from your enemies or something. I don't know. The inspiration from this originally was like I was going to do it blindfolded, and then I realized that like having the arm wind up lower looked a little bit fiercer, and so I wanted to hold on to that. So the entire sequence of what happens with the poi there is we swing left, we swing right, left hand goes over, we sweep past our hips, around and stall, right hand in front, left hand behind, yeah? Okay, so now let's talk about what our feet are doing. Okay, so the footwork for this gets rather interesting. If you want to, you can just take the simple version of it that I just showed, where you're just turning around in place to get back to face the camera and everything. If you want to go with the more complex version, this is what the footwork looks like. So you need a long ways to travel on this, just to let you know. The way it starts off is you're going to step your left foot behind your right, and then you're going to open. Your left foot is going to come up next to your right, in passe here. You're going to touch your left foot to your right knee, and then as you let it go, you're going to sweep your left foot around in a rondejam and reach it around behind your right foot. You're going to be all twisted up here, yeah? You're then going to untwist, faced away from the camera, and you're going to do a little chassé step. That is, you're going to kick your right foot towards your left as you're faced away from the camera / audience and everything. You're going to step out with your right and then step behind with your left. You're going to wind up all twisted up at the end here, yeah? So doing this in slow-mo with the poi, basically, as I'm reaching my left foot around behind, I'm also sweeping the poi in front of me. The way that makes the most sense for me to do this, honestly, is I start with the poi moving and it kind of initiates my left foot. From here, I push out and around again with my right foot, and as my left foot comes up, that is what initiates my left hand poi stalling up and around, and they both kind of look to, they both kind of look to arrive out to the sides at the same time. From here, I sweep down and around as I untwist towards the back, and I will do that little chassé step as my poi come around, step right foot, left foot, boom, to wind up stalling with the poi. At speed, this is what that looks like. It looks like this. Yeah? It happens really, really, really fast. If that's the thing you want to reach for, I highly encourage you to do so. If it is not a thing you feel up to, that is also perfectly okay. The footwork just makes me happy, all right? All right, so the whole thing from the top looks like this. I'm gonna start a little over to stage left here, and I'm gonna go around with my hybrid. Gonna do it once, twice, take the buzzsaw flower around, windmill, come around, windmill, stall, stall, look towards the camera, sweep, start to go to the right, sweep right, come around, around, and stall, facing the camera and giving this like fierce little look here, right? Okay, so let's see that again in slow-mo. Yeah, so this one's a little different, right? Please post a video of yourself doing this combo to Instagram or Facebook and tag me. I am DrexFactor on Instagram and DrexFactorPoi on Facebook. I would love to see your version of it. And again, a quick thank you to Lanternsmith for hooking me up with the poi that I've been using for the past few weeks in these videos and everything. I love these poi because they make me want to dance. Clearly, if you'd like to pick up a set of these Umoja Contact Poi for yourself, head on over to lanternsmith.com and use the promo code DrexFactor with a 0 instead of an O to get yourself 5% off a set of these. It also helps out my channel, so everybody wins. Pretty please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe because all of these things help my videos find a bigger audience and we get more people out there spinning, yeah? Also, it's good feedback for me to know when I am producing lessons that y'all want to see. And if you are digging this project, if you are enjoying seeing me posting a new tutorial every weekday and summarizing it all in combos on the Fridays, please consider signing up to support this project on Patreon, like all of these nice folks did. Patreon has been a godsend during the quarantine. It has been the thing that has allowed me to tackle this incredibly ambitious project and expand the world of flow while we're all in lockdown and everything. And without it, that would not have been possible. If you'd like to support that work and my channel, head on over to patreon.com/DrexFactorPoi and sign up. You'll get early access to all of my content as well as a vote in what topics I tackle in the future. Thank you so much in advance. Cool, so have a great weekend and we will come back next week and we will dive a little bit more into the world of stalls because we have one more to learn and there's some really cool things that happen once we have that piece in place. I'll see you then. Peace.